You won't believe it's about a hedgehog.
Making these movies is the best job in the world.
Now, are you sure you want to race the fastest creature in the universe? I mean, that's kind of my whole brand.
So we just absolutely want to honor that and celebrate what it is they love about these characters. In the first film, Sonic is this sort of outsider who was really just looking for connection.
It's like, wow, we're still here doing this. And people want to see these movies.
What is new is the epic proportion of it. The scale is immense.
And we have everything you love, twice the Jim Carreys, and we're growing the story. Each Sonic seems to get bigger and more exciting.
And they want to see him, and they want to see these new characters come in.
Whoa, are you guys seeing this? Excuse me, why do you look like me?
When you think back to where this all started, it's such a gift that we get to keep telling Sonic stories.
Sonic, I know that look. Going after him is a bad idea.
No, I think there's universal themes in the Sonic films, and I think even by the character's name, Shadow, and how it's presented, it involves and invites us all to think about our shadow selves, and how do we work with that? How do we express it? How do we take care of it, and nurture and come to love?
I love that.
We're continuing Sonic's character journey to include this new leadership role. For the first time, he's going off into battle and having to make choices. And no matter what you're facing, no matter what challenges come your way, as long as you really be true to who you are inside, he'll make the right choice when it matters most.
But you can't argue with the fan base. If it's hedgehogs they want, it's hedgehogs they'll get.
We make these movies for the Sonic fans. And their love, passion, and energy really drives us all to make sure we're creating something that's fantastic.
You guys are gonna love, the fans are absolutely gonna love all the Shadow stuff. I think they're just gonna, their minds are gonna be blown.
Gunn took everything from us, and now we're going to take everything from them.
What we've tried to do with each successive movie is to go a little deeper into the Sonic lore. First we brought in Tails, then Knuckles, and now in movie 3, Shadow, Maria, Gunn, and Gerald Robotnik.
I was very familiar with Sonic, the game. I never played it, and so I didn't know all of the lore until I got the role and started doing research. Well, I felt sorry for the guy.
It's just, I love how true to the franchise that the creators are. They're just so smart about it. They're so creative about it, and the way that they are able to stick these little gems in there for everybody is really, they're gonna...
Fans are just gonna lose their minds when they see what we've got planned. We had great action in Sonic 2, but now we're just taking it up a whole other level.
And, I really, just the hardship and the way that, being created and then having this friendship and love with Maria and having that kind of taken away from him. And
we've had a blast in the last 2 films, but we can always do more. We can always push it.
There's such a rich universe of stories. I don't see us slowing down at all.
I've been trapped for 50 years?
For 50 years, Shadow's been in a state of suspended animation.
Finally, I will have my revenge.
Shadow has that sympathetic, brooding kind of darkness that Keanu has mastered so brilliantly.
I don't look like you. You look like me.
Well, we didn't work in the same space. He was doing the voiceover work and stuff, but when I heard it, I was like, that is so in the pocket and perfect.
He's coming out of it seeking revenge.
I mean, this beautiful stoic, nature that he has, and he really elevated it completely.
There was really the internal journey to get to the anger and the emotion. It was intense.
Shadow's a bit like Sonic.
The more you talk, the harder I want to hit you.
You feel all that anger, but also determination in Keanu's voice.
Now humanity will pay the price.
Keanu, whatever he does, he kind of brings icon status to it.
This is a waste of time. Walk away before you get hurt.
Just meaner, faster.
With his powers of teleportation, he seems to be invincible.
Sonic 3 and playing Shadow is really on another level.
Sonic's no match for me. Don't tell me you've got a catchphrase.
eyes.
I was super happy that he's involved because he's, the man that every man aspires to be.
I have dishonored my marshmallow. I have dishonored my marshmallow.
It's good, it's good because it's like I can, correct the mistakes I made from the last one. No, it's good just to have a consistency in a character.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
You get into a booth, you have these words and you just get at it. But when you come back, you're like, consistency, you can, nuance it a little bit, so it's good. Film 2, where you meet Knuckles, he's like, come to wreck shop,
Right.
He's not playing.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
How he's evolved through the film and the TV show. He's just become part of the family, he's part of the group, he's got a love-hate with Knuckles, they're like brothers, and he's part of the team. So I guess I brought a little bit more warmth to my guy, a little bit more understanding of him and Knuckles and Tails and the family.
Has the time come to break the glass, or at least break something?
It is definitely, a different skill set. Your voice is so incredible, you can do all sorts of things, and
I've taken my perch atop this giant clock. Now, where is this glass I'm supposed to break?
Parents will be like, he's Knuckles, or he's Captain Bogo, or whatever. I'll have to do the voice, and then they'll go, oh, is that you? Sometimes my son who's 10, he'll say, do the Knuckles voice, or leave me a message in Knuckles.
Nothing can stop Team Knuckles.
I asked for a kick-ass franchise. Next thing you know, here I am, right through the Sega wormhole. Since we saw Robotnik last, he's been growing his hair and gaining a lot of weight.
We have visitors.
We need your help.
Jim Carrey is a genius.
So inventive.
Comedic mastermind.
The greatest thing in the world.
That may be hyperbole. You decide.
We are shooting Sonic 3, and I just cut Jim Carrey's hair on camera. It was so much fun.
Gush.
And he wanted me to do it, and he showed me a lot of trust.
I've had this hair for a year and a half.
In the saggy flesh.
We now have 2 Robotniks, which, by the way, if you're a fan of Jim Carrey, you always want him putting on prosthetics whenever he can and making you laugh.
Well, when they told me I was going to play 2 Robotniks, I was delighted until I realized I was doing twice the work for the same pay.
There's 2 Eggmen now?
Well, double your villains, double your fun.
Double your villains, double your fun.
I love Jim Carrey so much. So the idea that he's playing against himself.
It was really technically challenging and amazing, and I got to play 2 delineated characters and try to make them real and their relationship real.
Who's going to play Jim Carrey's grandpa? It's got to be Jim Carrey.
When I first came on set, I did not even know it was Jim.
We had one of the most zany makeup experiences of my life. And I also had a wonderful acting partner for the piece, Brendan Murphy, who, selflessly learned both roles. So when I was Robotnik, he was Gerald, and when I was Gerald, he was Robotnik. And I'd tell him, okay, this is what I plan to do tomorrow, possibly, and he'd do that. And then when I was Gerald, I would say, this is what I remember that I did yesterday. It was wild.
Watching his energy, the physicality, and the mustache is something to behold.